got to trust the squatch on these Thursday night football games. I gave you the Chargers easy last week. This Ravens-Dolphins game, what an ugly, gross game, because obviously Miami, not a good team. They somehow made the Falcons look like a CFL team. But this is, in some ways for my man Davinshire, my great producer, because maybe this documentary is going to get made. The Fins suck. The Ravens are minus 7.5. I don't remember. I've always told you I want you to buy through those key numbers. I think the Baltimore is going to win this game by 20, but I'm still going to tell you to buy it down to 6.5. It won't cost you that much because it could end on 7. So buy it down to 6.5. I think the Ravens win this game going away because I think Miami really isn't a good team. They just had a good week against an Atlanta team that ended up having to start Kirk Cousins in the last second instead of Penix Jr. Bijan Robinson's fumbling balls towards the goal line. Ravens, big, quote them nevermore, get it done. They moved to 3-5, and they're still the favorites to win the AFC North. All right, here's my 4 look-ahead games for you. The Patriots. Patriots are for real, as we've talked about on the show for several weeks. Speaking of Atlanta, garbage. Against this Falcons team, I have no trust in. I think that Atlanta is going to kind of go backwards for a little bit here. Maybe they'll recover later in the year, but I love New England in this spot. It's a weird spread, and I've told people a lot of times, it's not the key number or anything. I've told people, when you've got these weird 4.5, 5.5 point spreads, sometimes it's dangerous. To me, it's not. Patriots at home, they're going to win this game by 14 plus. Lay the 5.5 with the Pats, and if you want to, throw a parlay together, use the Pats money line if you don't want to worry about the point spread. This is another game that almost seems too easy to me, which a lot of times you got to be careful of, but I'm not worried about it because Skatebu, unfortunately, is out. Just had surgery. Hopefully he's not going to be out for the year, but you feel bad for that rookie. Niners are getting healthier. Giants are getting less healthy. Niners on the road, coming off that tough loss at Houston. I think they're going to have a much better game for McCaffrey. We'll see, obviously, the status of Purdy, but I like what's going on with San Fran getting healthier. They're minus the 2.5. Got to lay a little juice, but it's under that key number. It's already built in. I think the Niners get this job done. Maybe it's a 1-score game. Maybe it's a 10-point win, but I'm not that concerned with the Giants. I think the Giants aren't going to blow up, but after that nice little run with Dart and Skatebu, I think things are kind of going to go the other direction for Dable and the Giants. I think he's still going to get fired at the end, but I like the Niners minus 2.5. The Colts, as we talked about earlier, that is an incredible 7-1 team. All they're doing is smashing fools. They go to Pittsburgh off that tough loss for the Steelers on Sunday Night Football after dominating the first half, getting just run down in a rough shot in the second half to Green Bay. The Colts right now, 3-point favorites on the road. Pittsburgh's still a decent team. I don't want to make it seem like I don't think that Pittsburgh with Rodgers and a lot of the offensive weapons they have can't do things well. I think the Colts go in there, though, and keep the losing streak going for Pittsburgh. It's 3 right now. Buy it down to 2.5 through that key number. I think that, the Steelers showed a lot of their weakness in the second half to that Green Bay team. Once again, not a bad Pittsburgh team, but not as good as people thought they were. Some thought they were, that weren't looking into who they played and how they won certain games. Rodgers also, at his advanced age, can struggle against good defenses. The Colts have one. They're going to get after him. The Colts minus 3 and buy it down to 2.5. And the play of the week, I would take this game the second. I know that you can still lose if you lay 1.5. So I guess just buy it down to 1 or take the money line, whatever, doesn't matter. The Buffalo Bills are going to get revenge against Kansas City. It's a 4:30 game on Sunday. It's in Buffalo. The Bills are getting 1.5 right now. If it moves to like Buffalo minus 1.5, which it might, and maybe it stays where it's at, and the Chiefs stay favored. We'll see what they do on Sunday Night Football. I just take the money line because I guess you could, if it goes to, I could see this line going to Bills minus 1.5 if the Chiefs don't play great tonight and that kind of thing. Otherwise, I just bet it right now. Take the Bills plus the 108 on the money line. If you want to get the 1.5 and pay the juice, fine. I mean, what are the chances they lose this game by 2? I guess there are some because they're pretty close. The Bills are the best team in the NFL. I wish this game was prime time, but it's still going to be tough for the Chiefs to go into Buffalo. Buffalo gets their revenge. Get that done. That's my play. One of my favorite plays this entire season. Believe in the dream. Out of here.